Yeah, towards the bolster. The Shiva side can come forward a tiny bit.
Which side?
The Shiva side. The mat can come forward a little. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Reach your arms up. Great. Love it. We were getting a look, this baby leaf is open. We never open during our practice.
This long one looks so cool. The one on the floor.
This one's doing good. Fiddle leaf. Any tips?
No,
His name is Fuckboy.
My fiddles, and I kind of they release.
Come on.
You know what I've learned about plants?
Neglect.
Love is like an egg, and you can't hold it too tight.
Yeah.
Or it'll crack.
Oh no, I'm feeling too. Ugh. Okay. Good morning. Let's see. Does everyone have massage balls? Yeah? Everyone can have massage balls today. We're going to start with some of that, and if you like it and are free this afternoon, you can come back for the full body version. Oh my god, I'm really feeling. This is so sad and gross. Any requests?
Do you like shelter? Or are you too wrong?
Yeah, and you have balls right behind. Oh, can I see those announcements? Mercury goes direct tomorrow for those of you who notice or care. They listening to one of my favorite astrologers, Shami. Anyone a Shami fan? Just the ones that just us. Just us. Shani was saying that like oftentimes like the day goes direct as like the shitstorm. In case anyone's been feeling like you're in a shitstorm lately. Tomorrow. Anyone been in the shitstorm for the past few weeks? It's been like a retrograde eclipse corridor. And not that like I think that I'm not like trying to say that that's the reason for it, but I do like to remind myself daily that we are part of something bigger than just ourselves. Like there's so much more to us and to all of this than ordinarily meets the eye. And that's not at all meant to be like a bypass of what we're experiencing in our daily lives personally and collectively. Like the point here, and I'm so glad you're all here. Anyone new? Welcome. I'm seeing some newish faces. My name's Mariel. I'll facilitate. This is Melissa. She's going to assist. And this is Camden. She'll be on the mat as our demonstrator for you here and folks at home. But that like this is really the place when we land on our mats that we have a practice of taking, as humans who live in and of the world, of taking the outer world in and taking it to heart, because I feel like, I know for me, anyone, like when you're out in the world that we're a part of, like it's like kind of, I want to like reject the outer world. Anyone else? Like we all have our different things. I like lean towards rejection. I would have been a great monk or nun. Like it would have been very easy for me. This was the harder path. I don't want any of this. And so the fluency in the practice, this is the practice of the engaged heart, is to come here and expand our human capacity and our spiritual capacity to not only take the world in and take it to heart, but then to explore and access and expand the inner realms wherein our virtuosity and our gifts reside, in order to then, when we go back out into the world, into our relationships personally and collectively, we contribute that to the world around us. It's like a reverse honeybees, kind of, like the honeybees. Interesting thing about the honeybees, like the honey, like they go out into the world and they do their pollination thing, and then they come back to the hive and they throw up. And that, right? Is that is something anyone know about the bees and their throw up is the honey? Literally, this is exactly what we're doing. We're coming here to kind of energetically and spiritually throw up. And then we'll go back out into the world and be sweet. Okay, we're gonna do yoga, we're gonna roll too. I hope that this becomes a place where you can practice taking yourself to heart, your life and the world around you to heart, and just expanding the capacity of your heart to hold it all. And so we'll do that today with Camden requested shoulders, which I also associate with heart openers. Any other requests in addition to that? We can get a lot in 90.
Core.
Core. When you request core with me, it's usually like it invokes that feeling of needing or wanting to throw up, so that's also very perfect. Okay, and it's not a speak now or forever hold your peace model. If you have requests, feel free to shout them out, call them out, and everything I offer is an invitation, not an obligation, so feel free to take it or leave it, modify, spectate, hydrate as you like.
We haven't done the thigh,
The hip flexion.
Pilates
Someone else was
style.
the leg lift
Yeah.
thing. Someone else was requesting that. I can't remember who. I feel like they're not here, or else I'd remember. Anyone else shedding? We've been talking about shedding this month.
Animals are shedding now. Like
What?
my cat is shedding.
Let me look. Just like ran my fingers through. I'll throw that in the garbage. Let's just hide that. Things are happening. Harmonious Healing Sound Bath with Elizabeth on Friday, the 11th from 6 to 8. Oh wait, what day is it? Oh no, that's right. Ugh. Luminous Darkness, a Candlelit Yoga Nidra Journey with Adriana on Sunday, April 13th from 6 to 8:30. A Mother Story Mother's Day edition with Dr. Claire and myself on Sunday, May 4th from 1 to 3. We have another Baby and Me 8-week series starting on Mondays, May and June. Stop Doubting, Start Trusting, Unlock Your Psychic Power with Brandy Van on Tuesday, May 13th from 6:30 to 8. My teacher, Michelle Cassandra Johnson's gonna be here for a weekend of illuminating our true nature with her new book, which is wonderful. May 16th to 18th. 16th, you can sign up just for the Friday night practice and book talk and signing. Or do the whole weekend, which I strongly recommend. And Kids Yoga Fun Night with Sarah, Saturday, May 17th, 5:30 to 8. Thought it was 8:30, and I forgot to pick up my kid last night. That long. And then for those who may be interested, we're taking a yoga retreat to Greece this summer from July 20th to 26th. I think there's 4 spots remaining and like the last promo that's being offered. If you have questions, curious, interested, you can feel free to reach out to me directly. And just on that note again, last summer, looking out at the world, I was asking myself how the fuck I was gonna get through the next few years, how we were gonna get through the next few years, and decided that I was gonna make it bucket list years and just review my bucket list and put like bucket list things on the calendar, at least one for the next few years per year, so that we have things to look forward to and we're making memories and just engaging the world in meaningful ways that leave lasting good memories in your life. Consciousness. For the health of your consciousness. Okay, we're gonna start reclining.
I have a question
Yeah.
about the mat storage. So should we collect them this week or next
Oh, that's a great question. Did you guys all get the email about the mats? All mats have to go home so we can clean over there and just reassess and make it more organized. There's been a lot of mat avalanches. And then the goal, finances permitting, is maybe in August when it's quiet to do lockers. I don't know what that costs yet, but I'll like finance it if I have to. And then we'll have to like charge you for the lockers if you wanna leave your mat. That's the dream. But for now, you just have to take your mats home. I think the sooner the better. Did it say on there?
No, it just said by the 13th, and then so the plan is then we bring them back every day. until
Yeah,
it's
bring your
fixed.
mat back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah, carry your mat, like old school.
Okay.
Remember the days of, some of you are probably still schlepping your mats, but, the new Manduka, okay, last thing I'm gonna say is I remember schlepping the Manduka that you're on, it's heavy as shit, when I lived in New York, from the Upper West Side to Soho, almost
Yeah,
every
you
day. Yeah, and I'm like, why does my neck hurt? We just, switched over to Mandukas because the Bee yoga mats aren't in production right now, also they're from Canada, interesting twist. Didn't think of that till right now. But they're not available, so my favorite brand is Manduka. They can just be kind of costly, but I guess they have a new line out. And I don't know if anyone's felt them, but the new Manduka downstairs is so light. I think I'm gonna get one and try it. We'll open one up. If there's not one open, we'll open one up if anyone wants to try it. Okay, great question. Take your mat home by the 13th. Thank you for announcing that. And then I guess we'll clean up as fast as we can so you can bring them back.
Okay.
Okay. Recline. You can turn your heads towards the altar. This isn't really a space of sacrilege, but generally you turn your feet away from the altar. Let me dim the lights a little and locate your massage balls. Just kind of have them in the field of your awareness. They can stay toted for this. And just close your eyes or allow your eyes to soften. Then take a full deep breath in, pause at the top. And a slow, long breath out, pause at the bottom. 2 more times like this. You don't have to exert so much control, just kind of stepping into greater participation with the natural flow of the breath. 2 of the deepest, fullest breaths that require just a little bit of effort. Take a moment to notice how you are and where you are. You can expand your consciousness of the present moment to hold the place where the past and the future join together. Everything it is that brought you to this moment of restoration, of practicing restoration, and the desire to become more of whatever it is you want to feel more of, essentially. Who and how do you want to be? And how does your past and this present practice inform and inspire this becoming? What is it you want to feel more of in yourself? What is it you want to see grow in your life? All of this is rooted in beauty, virtuosity, and your divine true nature. And in your desire to be here to receive yourself more deeply and become yourself more fully, you offer to those in the world around you more beauty. It's an offering to something greater than just yourself, your becoming. We're just going to begin by addressing the area on our human bodies where we carry the weight of the world. So if not already, bend your legs and feel both feet on the ground. And we're gonna insert the balls between the shoulder blades. This doesn't have to be so exact right now. You'll have one ball on each side of the spine. They can be toted as though the spine were a trap for the space between the balls. If you're not sure, just sort of call me or Melissa over and we'll help you. It could be between the tops of the shoulder blades or more in between the middle of the shoulder blades. It's really intense, and now you have to more consciously breathe fully and deeply. And just release the arms down to the sides, palms up or down. You can even play with a breath or 2, palms up, a breath or 2, palms down. And as you turn the palms out, you can actually press the palms into the then turn the palms up and press the backs of your hands into the ground and see how that feels. Now, if this is too intense, like if this is excruciating, that's not the point. Roll to your side and sit up, and we can do this seated against the wall. Fair warning, I did this thing where I think I drank my coffee too fast this morning. So as I'm trying to down-regulate you, I'm like astrally projecting. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. And then you can add a little rocking if you like it by just kind of pushing and pulling your feet back and forth. Just a little bit of rocking. So it adds a little movement to the balls right there in that area of the upper back. Totally optional to reach your arms to the sky, to the ceiling. And at first you can just be still, or the arms can just flow organically like seagrass. Like just imagine you're some kind of intelligent seagrass species flowing in gentle ocean currents. And then come to the center and reach the arms out of the socket. So you'll feel the upper back broaden, harden, which that's called the shoulder blades protracting. And breathe. And now let the arms plug back into the shoulder sockets, like you're rooting the arm bones into the earth, and that's called the shoulder blades retracting. And you can do that a couple times. And release the arms down to the sides. You're going to push through the feet to roll your body north to get the shoulder blade, to get the balls to roll into the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. If you're at the wall, you just lean forward a little bit, let the balls roll down, or just manually adjust. So they're right at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. I always visualize this as kind of like the back bottom of my heart, and what therein needs to be remembered, covered, but energy here needs to be brought into the light of awareness in order to make more space in the infinite hub of the heart to hold the whole of ourselves, our existence, this life. And reach the arms up. Wrap your arms around yourself, like you're giving yourself a great big hug. You're trying to touch the balls underneath you and wriggle a little from side to side. Slow is the name of the game as you wriggle. Breathe deeply and fully. Try to get the breath, the rise and fall of the breath in your belly. And then switch the cross of your arms. Anyone feel anything in here? It's like amazing that we ever do yoga before we do this, in my opinion. I would have every practice be 2 or 3 hours if it were up to me. But who in capitalism has time for that? So only do with what we have. Release the arms down to the sides. Scooch your butt towards your feet. You'll feel the balls roll north up your back. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Go slow. Feel free to linger anywhere along the way that you might have missed that needs or wants some attention, some awareness, the back of the heart. And then as they get to the tops of the shoulders, remove the balls from underneath you. Keep them in the field of awareness. The eyes can be softly open or softly closed. You can bring the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees rest against each other, which is a nice broadening feeling for the low back. Or if your low back doesn't mind, you can stretch your legs out long. On the inhale, reach the arms up and overhead to the floor above you. Take a huge, full, deep, quick breath in. Pause at the top. breath for as long as you can until the inhale must re-enter. Except for Julie. I forget if it's Julie or Julia. Julie. Okay. E. Julie. Don't hold your breath. You just keep it flowing. And then when the breath longs to return, a slow, deep, full breath in, and a slow, long breath out. And then a full, deep inhale, and inhale a little bit more at the top, and pause, and then exhale with an audible sigh, and pause at the bottom for as long as you can. It's like the breath continues to flow out, to flow out, to flow out. Consciousness recedes outward with the breath. And when the breath longs to return, invite a slow, steady, deep, full breath in through the nose. Take it to heart. Let the breath expand the belly, the rib cage, the lungs, the collarbones, the heart, your consciousness inside. And a slow, long breath out. And one more time, a quick, deep, full breath in all at once, and a little bit more at the top, and exhale with an audible sigh. And let the breath return to normal. You can release your arms down to the sides, windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Linking breath and movement. Inhale through center, exhale, knees swipe to the right, whichever side you're on. Inhale through center, exhale to the other side. And then come back to center. Let's roll to the right and press through your arms to come into a tabletop position. Find your breath, and as you exhale, round your back. And as you inhale, arch. Figure it out. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Follow your breath, not my voice. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. And throughout this practice, the point is not to reduce yourself down to one prominent or dominant feeling, but to expand, bless you, the field of awareness to hold all that you are, all that you feel and sense and notice. To expand the light of conscious awareness within and beyond you. Come more into a neutral spine position. We're going to come to the forearms with a block between the palms. Come to your forearms and all fours with a block between the palms. Hug your elbows in so the elbows are shoulder width apart. Hug the block between the palms, especially between the inner edges of your hands. Soften right between the shoulder blades, so the shoulder blades retract. They come together on the back. Keeping that, tuck your toes and lift your hips high to the sky, like downward dog on your forearms. Bend your knees, lift your heels, and hike your butt up to the sky. Yeah, like lift and spread the sitting bones. The knees can be really, the more you bend the legs, the more you can hike your hips up. You'll do a low back draw in and up. Then press your thigh bones more up to the sky, then back, and thigh bones to the sky, and then heels to the ground. Whew. Good. Tiptoe your feet forward, shoulders over the elbows, and as you tiptoe the feet forward, the upper back, press it towards the back of the room. Good. One more breath. And lower the knees down. And put the block to the side. And plant your hands in the knee in downward dog. The downward dog is like oftentimes, at least in my classes, one of the first poses. Just having taken the time to warm up in a different way, notice how different downward dog feels. Just been feeling in my own practice like the lift through the hips, lift the heels high, bend the knees, lift and spread your sitting bones, like you're sticking your butt out. More. Yes, feel that. Keep that. And now don't press your thighs back. They press your knees up to the sky. Yes, press your knees to the sky. Keep your sitting bones lifting to the sky and grind the heels towards the earth. Good. On the inhale, float the right leg to the sky. With your exhale, step through to lunge. Make it a breathing, moving meditation. Feel both feet on the ground. On your inhale, reach your arms up. Feel both feet on the ground for stability. Interlace your hands behind your head. Point your elbows out to the sides and hug the shoulder blades together. So the shoulder blades retract. Press your head into your hands and your hands into your head. Find your breath, and as you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. Feel the strength of your legs. As you exhale, press your head into your hands. As you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. As you exhale, press your head back. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, plant your hands. Downward facing dog. Push from the upper back, from the back of the heart. Push through the arms into the earth to lift through the hips and ground through the heels. Invite a deeper, fuller, conscious breath in and a longer breath out. And on your next inhale, float the left leg to the sky. With your exhale, catch a lunge. Feel both feet on the ground, and as you inhale, reach the arms up. Feel both feet on the ground. Take a moment to feel your connection to the earth, to the breath, to the energies that fill us, surround us, and connect us to each other and all that is in this very fabric of solidarity, a breathing, conscious fabric. Interlace your hands behind your head. Push into the ball of your back foot. This time, elbows out to the sides. Hug the shoulder blades together. Now, here's the key. With the shoulder blades engaged behind your heart, try not to lose that connection behind your heart as you point your elbows forward. If you bring the elbows, just bring your elbows together. Feel how the upper back gets disconnected. Open the elbows. Hug the shoulder blades together. Now, as much as you can keep that, point the elbows forward. Hug the elbows towards each other. And press your head into your hands. As you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. And as you exhale, press your head back, so the heart rises from inside. On your exhale, release, downward dog. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. Inhale to plank, exhale to lower. Inhale for cobra. Press the feet into the earth. Pull the hands back to shine the base of your heart forward and up. Imagine something behind your head that you can press your head into. And as you press the head back, you feel the shoulders, lungs, heart open more. The upper back engages by pressing the head back. One more breath. Did I say that? Sorry. Exhale, downward dog. Nice, Julie. Perfect. Breath to heart. Melissa, heart to mind, mind to body. Let's do a round of like Nurse McKay triangle. Okay. Come back to your foundation. Press your hands down firmly into the mat. As you lift your hips up towards the sky and lengthen out through the backs of your legs. On your inhale, lift your right foot up and back. Exhale, step through to low lunge. Ground your back foot down, find your forearm to your thigh for extended side angle, Parsva Konasana. Look down at your front knee and toes. Make sure they're pointing straight ahead. And keep that as you walk your back foot back until your front thigh is parallel with the mat beneath you. Keep that and press your feet down into the mat. And without moving your feet, hug your legs towards one another. Hug, muscle the bone onto the core of your pelvis, and then exhale, lean back, like you could press into the brick wall behind you. On an inhale, lift your arms to a T,
two. Exhale, bend deep into your front knee. Locate your block. Place it on the inside or outside of your front foot for triangle pose. Inhale, push your front leg straight. Exhale, your front hand finds the block. Just like before, press your feet down into the mat and keep that as you hug your legs towards one another. Strengthen your legs and then exhale, lean back. On your exhale, lower your hands down to frame your front foot. Bend your knees, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out here from side to side. Come to stillness. Let's do the other side. Inhale, your other foot lifts up and back. Exhale, step through to low lunge. Ground your back foot down, climb your forearm to your thigh for extended side angle. Everyone look at your back foot and turn your back toe in so it's like a little bit slightly towards you. And keep that as you bend deep into your front knee. Nice. Now on an exhale, lean back. Bring your left shoulder up and back and your right shoulder up and back. Imagine that you can hold a pencil between your shoulder blades. Keep that. On inhale, reach your arms up to a T. Warrior two. Exhale, bend deep into your front knee. On an exhale, find your block. Set up for triangle pose. Inhale to push your front leg straight. Exhale, your hand finds the block. Everyone soften your front knee a little bit. It's like a bend that you can't see, but you can clearly feel. And keep that as you ground your feet down into the mat and squeeze your feet towards one another. Strengthen your legs and then exhale, lean back. On your exhale, bend into your front knee. Walk your hands down to frame your front foot and step back to downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, shift your body forward to high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Everyone bring your legs more together like they're hips width distance. Press the tops of your feet down. Bring your hands wide to frame out your chest. Then inhale, curl up for cobra or up dog. Stay here. Hug your left shoulder up and back, and then your right shoulder up and back. Shine your heart forward. On an exhale, lower yourself down to the mat. Inhale, press yourself up through plank. Exhale, take your hips back to downward facing dog. There it is. That was gorgeous. Thank you. We're in downward dog. Find your breath. Breath to heart. Heart to mind. Mind to body. On your inhale, float your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through to lunge. Pivot your back heel to the ground and bring your right forearm to your right thigh and your left hand to your left hip. So you're like warrior two or Parsvasana in the lower body. Front forearm to front thigh, left hand to left hip in the upper body. Pull the feet towards each other to engage the legs from the ground all the way up into your hips. So keeping that from the core of the pelvis, root firmly into the earth. Now bring your awareness to your upper back. Take your right shoulder blade to the spine. Take your left shoulder blade to the spine. Slide your head back a little bit. Good. Reach your left arm straight out in front of you towards the stairwell. And just like we did on the floor, so you can reach out to the stairwell and you'll feel the shoulder blade come away from the spine. That's called protraction. Now plug the arm bone into the socket. And can you feel the shoulder blade move towards the spine? Keeping that only as much as you can keep it. Start to sweep your bicep towards your ear. Oh, so you're going towards the front of your big bicep towards the ear. If you might have lost it in that confusing transition, reach forward again. Suck the arm bone into the socket. Keep that as you float the bicep towards the ear. Nice. Push through your left foot, root through your left leg to reach out past your left fingertips. Turn your left palm up to the sky. And on the inhale, reach up and back. Warrior two, push the front leg straight. Exhale, right fingertip to the block, inside or outside your front leg, your choice. Try both so that you fingertips. So you'll get more right shoulder blade to the spine. Imagine you're holding a pencil between your shoulder blades as you reach the left arm to the sky. And as you pull the feet towards each other, you retract the right arm bone into the socket so much the right fingertips hover off the floor of left, and the left shoulder blade comes to the right shoulder blade. And as you exhale, bend your front leg, pass through lunge, downward facing dog, whistle friend. This is one of our standing poses, shoulder openers. Push through the arms to lift through the hips. Lift your heels up high, now lift your hips up high. Push through the inner edges of the hands and every fingertip to feel your connection to the earth, to the lap of the earth. And as you lift the heels to hike up through the hips, you can bend your knees to actually lift your hips higher. Can you feel that? And then keeping that, press your thighs and your knees up to the sky. The low back draws in and up, and you prioritize that as the heels ground. On your next inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge, spin the back heel to the earth. Right forearm to right thigh, left hand to left hip. For Parasvike setup. Pull the feet, turn your back toes in a little bit. Pull the feet towards each other to firm the legs. Legs strong. And then from the core of the pelvis, as you push through the legs, draw the shoulder blades together. That bottom shoulder tends to drop forward. Take the bottom shoulder back. Then top shoulder meets the bottom shoulder. You can stay right here. Optional, reach your right arm forward, okay? Reach up, feel the protraction. Plug in, feel the retraction, the engagement to the heart. Keep your connection to the heart as you reach the biceps towards the cheek. By biceps, I just mean the upper inner arm towards the ear. And as you push through the back foot, stretch through your fingertips. Turn your palm to the sky. Inhale through warrior two. Push the front leg straight. This is hard in socks. Exhale for triangle pose. Fingertips to the floor or a block. Now for what it's worth, like on one side I like the block outside my front leg, and on the other side I like the block inside my front leg. So take a moment to recognize a preference if you have one here, and to try to remember. And so the tendency is for the shoulders to go forward in our standing poses because we're working so hard. We lose connection to the heart. Now is the moment to work so hard without losing connection to the heart. Take the bottom block up higher, come over to your fingertips, bring your right hand to your head, and draw the left shoulder blade to the spine. And with your right hand on your hip, draw your right shoulder blade to the spine. And from the core of the pelvis, root through the legs as you lean over your shoulder blades. Lean back. Look forward, reach your top arm forward. Protract to feel the shoulder blade wing off the back. Retract, plug the arm bone into the shoulder socket. The shoulder blade slides towards the spine. Keep that as you reach the arm up to the sky. As you inhale, hug the feet towards each other. Draw the shoulder blades together like you're trying to plug deeper into your core power. And on your exhale, pass through lunge. Take it back to downward dog. Jonathan, where did you get that t-shirt? I've literally never seen that before. I did? Good. I didn't even know you made that. That might be one of a kind. I've never seen anyone else have that. We have sweatshirts. I like the t-shirt. Cute. Push through the arms. Lift through the hips. Ground through the heels. When your business turns 10 during a pandemic, you make a shirt. Breathe, feel, notice. So I feel like a different kind of standing pose. Okay, come to your hands and knees. Come to your forearms. And bring the block between the palms. Press the inner ends of the hands into the blocks and soften between the shoulder blades. Tuck the toes, lift the knees and hips up. Walk the feet in until your shoulders are directly over your elbows, so you're in dolphin pose again. Walk it in, come onto your tippiest of tippy toes. Squeeze the block, hug the elbows in, and press your upper back towards the back of the room. And as you press the upper back back and you look forward. That'll bring you more into your upper back. Can you feel that? Float the right leg to the sky, come onto the tippiest of tippy toes, and turn your right toes in a lot. That was awesome. Float the right leg down, recommended, flip the left leg up. Look forward, press your upper back back, bring your top toes in, let the light of consciousness spread throughout the interior landscape. Float the left leg down, walk it back, rest back, child's pose. Big toes touching, knees wide apart. Breathe into the sides and back of your waist. You can experiment with expanding the spaces between each side of the breath. Inhale and pause at the top until you must exhale. Exhale and pause at the bottom until you must inhale. Inhale to table. Exhale to downward facing dog. Push through the arms to lift through the hips and ground through the heels. Notice any changes, any newfound space, any newfound awareness. Tiptoe your feet forward to the top of your mat. Take your time. You bring fingertips to the floor or blocks as you inhale, get long through the spine. As you exhale, fold. Turn your toes out a little bit and bend your legs so that your knees track in the same direction as your toes. Then bring your elbows to your thighs. And then slide your elbows between your legs, hands in prayer. And press the elbows out as you hug the legs in, sit deeper. Keep the heels grounded, keep pressing the elbows out as you hug the legs in. And as the hips go down, the heart lifts up. As the elbows press out even here, can you draw the shoulder blades together? Like you're hugging a pencil between the shoulder blades. And lower the hips down. And you can shake your legs out in front of you. And bring your hands behind you. Bend your, bend your legs until your feet are flat on the floor. And walk your hands back so you can lean back into your hands. Walk your hands back a little bit, Camden. And draw the shoulders up and back. Shoulder blades hug together. Stand through your feet to lift your hips up. Spread the fingers. Press the inner edges of the hands down. Press the feet down and forward and lift your hips high. Yep. Push the feet down and forward. Lift your hips higher. One more breath. Exhale. Lower down. Let's see. Bring your hands to your knees. Sit up tall. Walk your feet in. Sit up taller. Can you reach forward and stand up? Or push your one hand behind you and stand up? Or push both hands behind you. Malasana. Get there. And then reach the arms up. Stand up tall. Huge breath in. Reconnect to your heart. Exhale. Fold over your legs. Bow to your heart. As you inhale, get long through the spine. Exhale, step your right foot back to lunge. Lower the back knee down, padding with a blanket as needed. Bring your blocks high inside your front leg. And then bend your back leg and with your right hand find your right foot for a thigh stretch. Even here, draw the right shoulder blade to the spine. If you feel steady, bring your left hand to your left thigh and draw your left shoulder blade to your spine. And as you square the shoulders and hug the shoulder blades together, pull the back knee forward, big breath in. And with your exhale, can you slide the ribs back, the shoulders back, the head back. One more breath. With the exhale, gently release. Take a big step forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Fold over your legs, bow to your heart. On your inhale, get long through the spine. Exhale, fold, and step your left foot back to lunge. Blocks high inside your front foot to start. Lower then your right hand can be on the block inside your front leg. If you feel steady, right hand to the right thigh. Turn your back toes out a lot. Like you're trying to like hit that Monroe Street with your little toe. Pull the back knee forward, draw the left shoulder up and back, draw the right shoulder up and back, draw the ribs back, the head back, and bend the front leg deeper for one breath. Gently release, downward facing dog. Push through the arms, lift through the hips, and ground through the heels, claw the fingertips, and spread the toes, find your breath. Inhale carries you to plank. Exhale and plank. Big breath in and pause. Bend the elbows halfway. Exhale, push the arms straight. Press your knees and thighs to the sky. Big breath in and pause. Exhale, bend your elbows halfway. Exhale, push the arms straight. One more time like that, together on your own. Keep the knees and thighs and head lifting as you bend the elbows. When you can plank, lift the thighs, lift the ribs, hug the shoulder blades together. Hug the shoulder blades together and lift the ribs. It ties you to the power of your center. Exhale, look forward, bend your elbows, come all the way down. Inhale, slide the heart forward and up. Point the feet and press the feet down so much you feel the knees and thighs. Lift a little bit, hug your heels, your outer ankles together. And now here's the key. As you press the feet down, can you lift your hands up? Yes. Lift the hands up, draw the shoulder blades together, press the palms back. Bring them back to handless cobra. Reach them forward. Press the feet down, press the head back, think biceps to the ears. And rest. Make a pillow with your hands. So that works all the core muscles of your spine. Any questions, comments, concerns, conundrums? We're going to do it one more time. So I want you to notice the way that the feet tend to uproot here, which is the classic pose in the yoga tradition called Shalabhasana. But we're going to get way more if we stay grounded in the feet and legs. I don't even know if the air is cooking on. It's like sticky in here today, yeah? It's like half the amount of people, but way hotter. Should we just see if the air conditioner is working? Just out of curiosity. Sometimes it's good to know before you need it. Let's see if it kicks on. Are you guys okay with that? Just out of curiosity. Oh, it's coming. Okay, reach the arms forward overhead and press the palms down, like downward dog arms. Press the palms down, so much the elbows lift, so much the armpits lift. And as you press the palms down, can you draw the bottom ribs up? Yes. Now look forward, walk your feet back to forearm plank. And Julie, you can go from here, you can lower your knees out to back on your heels, and you can either do forearm plank or regular plank, one or both knees down or up. So working like transverse abdominals is the key. Come to your belly. Now remove the block. Actually, can you reach back and place the block between your thighs here? So out of curiosity, let's try that for core. Yeah, so that there's like a short edge between your legs. Do you need block? Oh, you have them. Okay, hands are going to replace the elbows here. So take your hands to frame your heart center. About as wide as the mat, the hands could turn out a little bit. Let the elbows open to the sides and then take the shoulders up and back, hug the shoulder blades together here. Yes. And imagine you're holding those pencils between your backs of your armpits. And a touch. Press the knees down and forward to lift your butt up. You don't have to lift up. Tuck your toes. Tuck your toes. Press the knees down and pull them forward so the butt lifts. Push into the hands, lift the fronts into shoulders. Look forward, lift the bottom ribs, chaturanga. Lift the belly. Yep, lift the knees. Elbows stay bent. And rest. How'd that go? No, I know. This is the end of Sunday morning yoga. Okay, sit back on your heels for a moment. And Cannon, you can be demonstrative in the front, and I'll be demonstrative more in the center. So Chaturanga Dandasana means four-limbed staff of power pose. And in the beginning of your practice, especially like if you practice a long time and no one ever breaks this pose down, it like never gets easy. It never gets easier, and it becomes more and more potentially injurious. But when practice is practiced well, it's a super empowering pose that's like a shoulder opener and a hip opener and core work all at once. So from the ground up, Candace could show in front. If you can't see, just come where you can see. Maybe go a little bit more in the middle somewhere. You could turn to see me or turn to look at Camden. I'm going to take the hands to frame the heart center. And by heart center, I mean that you have this breastbone called the sternum. And if you feel your sternum, it gets soft at the bottom, where it ends. You want your thumbs more or less in line with like the base of your sternum. More or less. And then the shoulders tend to drop down forward. We're going to lift the shoulders up and back. And by pressing the hands into the, like right here, I'm lifting the shoulders up. Look what happens when I press the hands down. See the difference? And then I'm going to top the toes and press the knees down and forward so just the butt lifts. And then I push into my hands, my chest and belly starts up, and I throw the ribs in, knees up. Chaturanga. Okay. So you're only really lifting like the length of your forearm, all parts off the floor. I have a long forearm, but look at your forearm, and that's about the height everything lifts. So resist the tendency to just push the arm straight and try to do all those opposite actions that tie you into your integrity, that tie you into your core power. I made that look easy because I've been doing it for 20 plus years. And I've been practicing the actions, not the pose. And the actions led to what looks like an easy pose. Does that make sense? So listen for the actions and then look for them in your body. And rather than seeking a form, when you seek the actions, you build an inner intelligence, an interoception, a proprioception, a connection to your interior landscape where your virtues and values are. Like that's what we're here to do. Like we're not seeking forms, we're seeking a more sustained connection to our inner wisdom, to our inner landscape, okay? And then you tether yourself to that, and that's called core work in my opinion. And that core work helps us our hearts when we're out there in the world. That's what I practice, because my tendency is rejection. And the point of yoga is connection. I'm not here to project my tendencies on you, but I know that we're all humans, we all have our tendencies, that's your work. What is the tendency that is the opposite of connection? Like, in what ways do you disconnect is the question. And not to be like diminishing at all, because that points to how and where you practice connection. Let your tendencies inspire you rather than diminish you. Does that make sense? Okay, so come onto your belly. And let me just start by saying, like, if you made it to this point in this practice, your mind is gonna go, like, if you're struggling with this, anyone's mind really good at gaslighting? I forget what we were talking about, but Melissa was basically like, you're gaslighting yourself this morning. Anyone else do that? Hey, this isn't for everyone in the room, but you'll know if this is for you. If your mind goes like, you're too weak or not strong enough for this, that's called gaslighting yourself. You tell yourself you just did all that shit that came before this, which was way harder than this. You're definitely strong enough to do this. The hard part is just finding the actions, the neural pathways, the connection between the brain and the body. So get your thumbs in line with the base of your heart bone. Draw the shoulder blades together. And then actively push your hands down and feel how that affirms that connection to the upper back. You want to keep the shoulder blades together in that state of retraction, the hugging, the holding to the heart. As you tuck the toes, press the knees down and forward. The butt rises like the moon. Yes. And as you push the hands down, lift the ribs up, the belly up. Yes, and now draw your bottom rib, try not to push the arms straight, stay low, but draw your bottom ribs up and then press your knees up. Yes. And then, yes, you can either lower down or press up. Questions, comments, how it's strong as fuck. You are all, this is the coalition. I want to be with you all. Did you feel that? Did you feel the difference? You feel it in your low back?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
lower back pain. It's
Yeah, so the key is like, so the low back stuff, this isn't one size fits all, but for most people who show up in yoga rooms, this isn't for everyone, but for this case in particular, we're all off center. Not to project. It's probably, that has something to do with what brought you to this practice, the desire to like find and seek center. But it shows up in the physical body too. And so usually like the hips, the pelvis is too far forward or too far back. And the ribs, the rib cage, the shoulders are too far forward. That's ribs too far forward, shoulders too far forward. And so all these actions are just meant to like bring everything back into center. So we're kind of like here, for argument's sake, or like, it's almost like chair pose on your back, but we're here. And so the hips are back a lot, the ribs are forward. We want to keep the hips back and draw the ribs back. See how when I draw the ribs back, the shoulders come forward? We want the hips back, the ribs back, the shoulders back. And then the legs straight. So this is kind of like my normal. If I were to just be normal and try to do a back bend, I'm gonna bend right where I am the most mobile in the low back, and then my back is gonna hurt. If I take my thighs back, my ribs back, shoulders back, head back, and start to back bend, thighs back, ribs back, shoulders back, I'm gonna bend here, right, at the heart. Thighs back, ribs back, shoulders back, head back. Can you see the difference? So the back bend, the heart opening has to come from a strong awareness of and connection to the center. In this instance, it's the ribs have to go back, but not so much that the shoulders go forward. And so it's like a tuning process. The ribs go back, the shoulders come forward. The thighs go back, the ribs go forward. Thighs back, ribs back, shoulders back, head back. Right? The shoulders go forward, the head goes forward. In order to get the shoulders back, you gotta get the head back. And I call that dialing into center. It's core work. We try it one more time. And this time, if you feel like you can, like pause in chaturanga. We're going from the ground up. This is like
the nature of the movement of the work that like we need and the world needs at this moment in time. Like groundwork from the ground up. Press the knees into the earth, press the hands into the earth. Okay? And now if you're starting to feel it in the low back, you gotta push through your hands. I didn't lift my ribs up. Ribs back, but not so much the shoulders go forward. Okay? Lift, lift. It's still in my low back. I gotta get the ribs back. See the difference? And then maybe push up and back or lower to the earth. Last time. It's core work. Last one. So thumbs in line with the bottom of your heart. Okay, draw the shoulder blades together, and then emphasize that by pressing the palms down. Tuck your toes under, press the knees down and forward, the butt lifts. Now push into your hands to lift the chest, but really lift the bottom ribs up. Yes, you can anchor your tailbone down to lift your bottom ribs higher. And rest or push up and back. We'll either meet on the ground or in but you got it, right? Yeah, isn't that so different? And like, you know, again, you look like you've been doing yoga for a long time. Like how long? Yeah, 10 years. Did anyone ever teach you chaturanga?
Not like patiently.
Yeah.
And it takes time to like get
It takes time. Yeah. 10 years. And we do it all the time and we take it for granted. It's kind of the point that I was saying with my dog pose in the beginning, but I have this tendency now to just like go into autopilot, like what I call like a maintenance practice. And I like forgot how much I love yoga, how much I enjoy like the practice of self-discovery. Like I hope that you discovered some new aspect of your own strength today. We're gonna come into downward dog and just see if we can find it in the other direction. So gravity. So when we push against gravity, it makes us really strong. When we're moving with gravity, we feel its strength. Inhale to plank. Lower just your knees. Look forward. Bend your elbows halfway. Keep your shoulders lifting. And as you push the hands down, can you lift your bottom ribs higher? Yes. Push your arms straight. Lift your knees up. Press your knees and thighs to the sky. Squeeze your butt. Draw your bottom ribs to the sky. Hug your shoulder blades. Look forward. Bend your elbows halfway. Keep your bottom ribs and thighs lifting. Push your arms straight. Lift your thighs higher. Yes, downward dog. You know, everyone in the room in that transition, your butt and your thighs tended to like sag and drop a little into gravity. You gotta keep your legs working against gravity here. Inhale to plank. Look forward, lift your thighs up, squeeze your butt, hug your shoulder blades. Look forward, bend your elbows halfway. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale the arms straight. That was freaking awesome. Downward dog. Push through the arms to lift through the hips and ground through the heels. Inhale to plank. Good news, all the way to your belly. And roll onto your back. Place a block between your thighs. This is another one that I learned in prenatal and postpartum yoga. It's great for everyone. I still do it all the time. You're gonna bring your knees over your hips. Flex your feet, spread your toes. The tendency to pull your knees in towards your chest. Press your palms into your thighs and back your legs up until the knees are right over the hips. And now try to hug the block more with the fronts of your thighs. And then hug the big toes towards each other a little bit more. Flex the feet, spread the toes. Big breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, you're going to press your hands into your legs, legs into your hands.
want them to be quite so underneath you, just sort of wedge into that muscle bundle. Right. Like that. So it doesn't have to be like a lot at first. Again, they're not underneath you. They're more just kind of wedged into the top of the shoulder bundle. And then place the block underneath the hips, right at the point of the sacrum. If you're not sure about the placement of the balls, please call us over. We're here to help. And then now if the hips are lifting, if it feels like the balls are sort of pinned underneath you, slide the block towards your heels, and then shift your butt towards your heels so that the balls roll higher up. So they're right on the tops of the shoulders. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. I'm looking around and I can't see the balls. It indicates to me that the balls are underneath you. We want them like just wedged right into the tops of the shoulders. The pressure is coming, I promise. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Big breath in. As you exhale, stand through the feet to lift your hips up and push through the legs to drive your shoulders up into the balls. You can stay right here or one at a time. You can reach the arms overhead, biceps towards the ears. That's totally optional. It's not mandatory. No obligation there. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Stay in and with the breath. If it's taking your breath away, it's too intense. You gotta back off a little. And then release the arms down to the sides. Remove the block and lower the hips to the earth. Take the balls out from underneath you and just feel the space. Take the feet about as wide as the mat. Let both knees fall to the right. Totally optional to place the right foot on top of the left thigh. Let the breath massage the visceral organs. Consciously letting the breath flow in, through, and over stomach, liver, pancreas, what else is in there? Spleen, intestines, the viscera, the core. The strength of the core and softness of your center. Your strength is your softness, and your softness is your strength. Draw the legs up through center, and let both knees fall gently to the left. Totally optional if you want to place the left foot over the right thigh. The breath massages the viscera. By bottom, I mean the right one here, right? Yeah. And then naming those organs, that tissue of the viscera, just bringing conscious awareness to the parts of us that operate fully outside of conscious awareness, like all the involuntary aspects of your being. You don't have to tell your liver what to do. It's incredible. Inhale the legs through center. Stretch your legs out long, reach your arms overhead. Find the breath. And with your next inhale, a deep, full, quick inhale. The top of the breath, another quick
prepared to fully relax. Elise, I realized I forgot to do the hip flexor thing. That supine chair pose is so great for that area. So I'm glad we got that in, and just remind me again next week, we'll bring that back.
I will.
So if you need to add or remove layers, add or remove props, any final poses, just always best to end with something symmetrical. If you like the ball work, we're doing roll into rest here as one. We'll do full body massage with the tune-up balls into restorative yoga. But for now, in your own time, again, add or remove layers. You can put glasses safely off to the side, let your hair down, and begin the process of spreading yourself out upon the altar of the earth. Making of yourself a wholehearted offering. As you spread yourself out upon the altar of the earth, take any adjustments needed in order to make yourself feel more comfortable as you are, where you are. And look for the breath. And Julie, you can follow along with this if you like, just keeping the breath flowing. Or tune out if you prefer. Now offer guided breath work, pranayama. Again, feel free to tune in or tune out. This is in the spirit of cultivating more intimacy with the breath, more connection, more intimacy with the gift of life that each breath offers to you. In order to recognize yourself, to see yourself as the gift of life that each breath offers. It's a 3-part breath. 3 parts on the inhale and 3 parts on the exhale. It should never feel like you're competing with the breath or straining. It should really just feel like you're playing with the breath, participating in the breath, joining in the flow of the breath. And if that's not how it is for you, it's always best to just release the practice, let go of the exercise, and just observe the natural breath as it breathes you without any effort whatsoever. Notice the breath as it breathes you, the flow in, the flow out. Notice the differences, the changes in each breath. Like snowflakes, no 2 breaths are ever exactly the same. The beauty of each breath. Exhale the breath completely out. Pause at the bottom. And we'll begin together by breathing the breath into the belly. Feel the belly expand and pause. And then breathing in a little bit more, feel the rib cage expand and pause. And then breathing in the rest, feel the collarbones expand, the lungs fill and pause. And exhale all the breath out. So we feel like we're filling a pitcher from bottom to top. Inhale, the belly expands. Pause. Inhale, the rib cage expands. Pause. And inhale, the collarbones lift and spread, the lungs fill. Pause. And exhale all the breath out. One more time like this at your own pace. Visualize the breath filling the bowl of the pelvis, the belly up to the navel, and pause. Continue the inhale from the navel up through the bottom and sides of the rib cage, and pause. And breathe the rest of the breath in, filling the lungs, the chest, the collarbones. And exhale all the breath out. 2 or 3 natural breaths here. The breath breathe you. Now we're going to do the same on the exhale. Like a pitcher, we're going to empty from top to bottom. The bottom of your next exhale, invite a deep, full breath in. You can take it slow, deep and full. Pause at the top. And then as you exhale at the top of the chest, relax as you breathe the breath out and pause. As you exhale again, the ribs contract. Pause. And then exhale all the breath out of the belly contracts. And pause. Inhale the breath in and down, let it fill you up. Pause at the top, we'll meet there. And then slowly exhale the top third of your torso, the top of the chest, and pause. Exhale, the bottom ribs contract. Pause. And exhale the rest of the breath out from the belly. The belly softens and contracts, and pause. Push all the breath out. And then again, a slow, deep inhale. In deep, let it fill you up. Pause at the top. We'll meet the top of the inhale. And at your own pace, exhale the top of the chest. And pause. The mid-chest. Pause. And the belly softens. And pause. And then return to the natural breath that breathes you. Let your breath breathe you deeply and fully. Experience yourself as a breath with a body. With a body that adorns and protects and holds the breath and holds the gift of life. Receive the unconditional presence of the breath, the unconditional support of gravity. Exactly where these two great, powerful energies coalesce, right where they join in union in yoga. The intersection of gravity and breath is exactly how and where you find yourself. Conscious, breathing, embodiment.
let the eternal spirit that you are begin to awaken the body that you temporarily have. Wiggling toes and fingers, stretching through your arms and your legs. The spirit that you are awakens the body that you have. And the body that you had embraces, adorns, and protects the spirit that you are. Literally wrapping yourself around yourself. For this is and you are the gift of life. When you feel ready, you can bend your legs and feel both feet on the ground. Take a moment to call yourself down to earth. Take a breath. Call yourself back to reality and take a breath. And a moment to visualize your expanded capacity to accommodate, to embody everything that life has to offer. The fullness, the vastness. Take a moment to visualize, to imagine all the beauty, the gifts that you have to offer to contribute to those in the world around you. And so doing, bringing more beauty and more goodness to a world in need. Just by being yourself, you bring more beauty and goodness to those in the world around you. See it. When you're ready, gently roll to one side, press through strong arms, find your way to a comfortable seated posture with your eyes closed and your hands joined together before the heart, an Anjali Mudra. And a final gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the voice of your teacher, never further than your heart center, which is never further than your breath, and a gesture that places this aspect of ourselves, the voice of wisdom, love, and virtuosity before us as a guide and an offering in all we do. In so doing, bringing beauty and goodness, virtuosity to the world and those around us. Let's seal in our time together. We'll invoke blessings for ourselves and each other. Together, let's send the voices of our hearts out into the world to all of the places you know, we know, it is the most needed in the form of a final home. Deep breath in. As you bow to your heart with all my heart, I bow to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for this practice, for your presence. And thank you all so much for all that you are and all that you do every single day of this life. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being human. So yeah, if you're around later, 1 to 3, we roll into rest. I got some new stuff that we didn't used to do before pandemic that we're gonna try out today. I'd love for you to come to Greece with us. We have 4 spots remaining. Trip of a lifetime. And anyone else, any announcements, Melissa?
Oh, come to class Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. It's an hour. That's great.
And Camden? Anyone else? Anything else? Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great day, friends at home.